After years of trading, I found that just 8 chart patterns appear over and over again before some of the best trading opportunities. In this video, I'll show you exactly what they are, how to trade them correctly, and how to combine them with other technical concepts to find higher probability entries. Let's get into it. Every chart pattern falls into just 3 categories: continuation patterns, reversal patterns, and neutral patterns. Continuation patterns are when the trend is simply taking a breather. If price has been moving up, these patterns suggest it's likely to continue higher after a short pause. Reversal patterns are early warning signals. They show that the current trend is losing momentum, and a move in the opposite direction may be starting. Neutral patterns are the indecision phase. It's a tug of war between buyers and sellers, where the market can break in either direction. So we wait for the market to show its hand first. Once you start seeing the market through this framework, everything becomes much easier to read. So let's begin with the patterns every trader should learn first. Continuation patterns. These are the patterns that let you trade with the trend instead of against it. One of the clearest examples of this is the flag pattern. After a strong move in the market, price doesn't just keep going forever. It needs to pause. And that pause is exactly what creates the flag pattern. What's happening here is simple. Early buyers are taking profits while sellers try to step in, but they're not strong enough to push price down significantly. That's why you get this tight, controlled pullback instead of a full reversal. When price finally breaks out of this small channel, it's often a signal that the original trend is ready to continue. And remember, this pattern works both ways. Here's what the bullish and bearish versions look like. Now let me show you how to trade a flag using a real example. Here, price is moving up strongly. Then early buyers start taking profits and price moves into a consolidation, forming the flag. Eventually, price breaks out of the pattern to the upside. Now, instead of chasing the breakout, you wait. Let price come back, fill the imbalance, the fair value gap, and then enter on the retest. Your stop goes below the structure, and your target is either the size of the initial move projected forward or around 3 times your risk. Now let's look at the bearish version. Here, price is moving down aggressively. Then, sellers begin taking profits, allowing price to retrace inside a small upward sloping channel. Even though buyers manage to push price slightly higher, they don't have enough strength to reverse the trend. Eventually, price breaks below the flag, confirming that sellers are back in control. Again, don't chase the breakout. Wait for price to retrace, fill the fair value gap, and retest the broken support before entering. Your stop goes above the recent swing high, and your target is either the size of the initial impulse projected downward or around 3 times your risk. Once you understand flags, the next pattern becomes much easier to recognize: the ascending triangle. Instead of a pullback channel, price keeps reacting to one clear resistance level, while buyers continue stepping in earlier each time. It shows growing pressure from buyers. When price finally breaks above that level, it's often a signal that the trend is ready to continue. And remember, this pattern works both ways. Here's what an ascending triangle and descending triangle look like. Now here's a real example. Price moving up. Then it moves into a consolidation, where buyers keep stepping in earlier each time, forming higher lows. Eventually, price breaks the pattern and closes above the resistance, confirming that buyers have taken control. Again, no chasing. Wait for price to pull back, fill the imbalance, and confirm the old resistance as new support. That's your entry. Stop below the last higher low, and your target comes from the height of the triangle itself, or around 3 times your risk. Now let's look at the bearish version. Price is trending lower. Then it begins consolidating, where sellers keep stepping in earlier each time, creating lower highs while support continues getting tested. Eventually, that support gives way, and price closes below it, confirming the breakout. Rather than selling immediately, wait for price to pull back and retest the broken support while filling the imbalance. That's your confirmation. Place your stop above the last lower high and target the height of the triangle projected downward, or around 3 times your risk. Now let's look at another continuation pattern that traders use to catch strong breakouts, the cup and handle. This pattern tells a deeper story about accumulation. Instead of a sharp move, price slowly rounds out, showing that sellers are losing control while buyers quietly build positions. Then comes the handle, a small pullback that shakes out weak hands one last time. When price breaks above the rim, that's your signal that the trend is ready to continue. This pattern can form in both directions. Here's what the bullish and bearish versions look like. In this example, you can see price moving up and forming a rounded arc, followed by a smaller consolidation that creates the handle. Finally, price breaks above the rim, confirming the breakout. Just like before, you wait for confirmation. Look for that imbalance during the breakout and enter on the retest. Stops go below the handle, and the target is the full depth of the cup or around 3 times your risk. Now let's look at the bearish version. Price is moving down and slowly forms a rounded top, showing that buyers are gradually losing strength while sellers quietly build momentum. Then, price forms a small upward retracement, creating the handle. When price breaks below the handle, the continuation is confirmed. Instead of entering immediately, wait for the pullback into the imbalance and enter on the retest. Place your stop above the handle and aim for the depth of the cup projected lower, or around 3 times your risk. Now let's move on to the second category, reversal patterns. These are the patterns that help you spot when a trend is about to change direction. The first one is the double top and double bottom. The market tries once, fails, and then tries again, and fails again. That's what creates a double top or double bottom. It's a clear sign that momentum is fading. Buyers or sellers are no longer strong enough to push price beyond a key level. The real confirmation comes when price breaks the neckline. That's your shift. It often signals that a reversal is beginning. This pattern can form in both directions. Here's what the bullish and bearish versions look like. In this example, you can see sellers tried to push price below a key level twice and failed both times. Then buyers step in, take control, and push price up, closing above the neckline. From there, you wait for a retest or an imbalance nearby and enter in the new direction. Stops go below the lows, and your target is around 3 times your risk. Now here's the bearish version. Price rallies into resistance twice, but both attempts fail to make a convincing breakout. That tells us buyers are running out of momentum. Once price breaks below the neckline, sellers take control and the reversal is confirmed. Wait for price to retest the neckline or fill the nearby imbalance before entering. Your stop goes above the second peak and your target is around 3 times your risk. Now let's look at a more structured version of this idea, one that shows the weakening trend even more clearly, the head and shoulders pattern. This pattern is all about loss of strength. You get a strong push, then an even stronger one, but then a weaker attempt. That failure to make a higher high is the key. When price breaks the neckline, the trend has officially shifted. It often signals that a reversal is beginning. This pattern also can form in both directions. Now in this example, you can see price form a high, then a higher high, followed by a lower high, showing that buyers are losing control. Then price breaks below the neckline, confirming the shift. But again, patience is everything. Wait for price to come back, test that area, and give you confirmation before entering. Stop above the right shoulder, and your target is based on the height of the head, or around 3 times your risk. Now let's look at the bullish version, known as the inverse head and shoulders. Price forms a low, then an even lower low, followed by a higher low. This shows that sellers are becoming weaker with each push downward. When price finally breaks above the neckline, buyers regain control and the reversal is confirmed. Wait for the retest before entering. Place your stop below the right shoulder and target the height of the head projected upward, or around 3 times your risk. Sometimes, the market doesn't reverse immediately. It compresses first. That's where wedge patterns come in. Wedge patterns are all about price compression. price starts tightening into a smaller and smaller range, showing that momentum is fading and the trend is losing strength. The more price compresses, the more pressure builds up for a potential breakout in the opposite direction. Wedge patterns can form in both directions, so here's what a falling wedge and a rising wedge look like. Now here, price is moving down while forming lower highs and lower lows inside a tightening range, creating a falling wedge pattern and signaling that the downtrend is weakening. Eventually, price breaks to the upside, showing that buyers are starting to take control. Your entry comes on the retest, stop below structure, and your target is either the origin of the wedge or at least 3 times your risk. Now let's look at the bearish version. Price continues climbing, but each new high becomes smaller as the range begins tightening. Although buyers are still pushing price upward, they're losing momentum with every move. Eventually, price breaks below the wedge, confirming that sellers have taken control. Wait for the retest of the broken trend line before entering. Place your stop above the recent swing high and target the origin of the wedge, or around 3 times your risk. Now let's move on to the third category, neutral patterns. With these patterns, we don't focus on direction beforehand. We only react to the breakout. The first one is a symmetrical triangle pattern. This is pure equilibrium. Buyers and sellers are balanced, and price is coiling tighter and tighter, forming lower highs and higher lows. Eventually, it breaks, and the direction can be either way. In this example, you can see price forming lower highs and higher lows, creating a symmetrical triangle. We wait for price to break out, either upward or downward. Then we wait for the retest, confirm with an imbalance, and enter in the direction of the breakout. Stop goes above the recent swing high, targeting around 3 times your risk. And finally, we have one of the simplest but most powerful patterns in trading, the rectangle chart pattern. This is the market in its most honest form. Price is moving between 2 clear levels, support and resistance. Big players are accumulating or distributing here. When price finally breaks out of this range, it often signals the next directional move. In this example, you can see price moving between a clear range, forming a rectangle pattern. Then price breaks to the downside, suggesting a new trend may be starting. So we wait for the retest, confirm with an imbalance, and enter in the direction of the breakout. Your stop goes back inside the range, above the recent swing high, and your target is the height of the box, or around 3 times your risk. Quick note, none of these patterns are guaranteed to work every time. The goal is to stack probabilities in your favor, not predict the market with certainty. Now that you know the chart patterns that can give you high probability setups, there's one thing that matters even more, your mindset. Because even the best pattern in the world won't make you money if fear, greed, or hesitation causes you to make the wrong decision. So if you want to become a more consistent trader, I'd highly recommend watching this video next, where I break down the psychology behind successful trading and show you how to master your emotions before you ever place a trade. Just click the video on your screen, and I'll see you there.